Americanized name. This is Alan Andrews. Say what it really is.
1976, I became a citizen.
How do you say your name in French?
Oh, Alain Androuet.
And he is our town clock caretaker. His firm is called AmeriClock. He's from St. Louis. He was here fixing the clock, and he got married while he was here to his lovely new wife, Mary. And if you go to my e-newsletter, you will see about it.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Mary's a local girl?
She's from St. Louis, Missouri.
Okay.
So Alan has fixed the town clock, well, maintained it when he was here, and the old clockworks are at the NHA, at the Whaling Museum. So he fixed those two, and they're working over there.
Yes.
You can watch them.
All right. So let me ask you, Alan, when did you actually start doing this? This work here for us, anyway.
For you, I started in the 80s. A gentleman from the island, Rockshall, right? I can't remember his name, used to buy parts from us all the time. And at that time, my company was located near Boston. And in late 80s, early 90s, Libby Oldham got hold of all the files and found out our name all over and called me and asked me what was going on. And I said, I'm sorry, we just sell parts that these people order. She said, would you mind coming? And I said, fine. I'll come over, no charge, and we'll discuss the project. When I came to the tower, I could see that the clock was totally underpowered. It was good for maybe a 3-4 foot dial. You had a pile of metal shavings about 1 inch tall underneath the clocks. And the bell, every time you put the light on in the tower, rang. And things were not good.
This was the one in the Unitarian Church?
Yes. So I went back home, made a proposal, and a year later it was accepted. There was a bid going out, and we came here August 2002. And after 10 days, we were able to take everything down, put the new one in place. And I think
now, how original, I need to ask you this, how original is that one up there? I mean, as far as, you know.
Which one?
The Unitarian. Is that an original? Are the workings, I don't understand, I mean, are the parts?
No, this is an electric clock.
It's an electric clock.
Now it is.
Which is controlled by a master clock controller, which is regulated by a GPS system.
Oh my goodness.
And so is the bell.
I see.
The new frame and the new clock hammer.
And when we hear the bells ringing, are we listening through a Bose stereo system?
No. It's the old Portuguese bell, about 1 ton bell.
Okay. All right. And how's it running? I mean, how often do you have to work on it? And obviously, if it's an electronic, you probably don't have to come here that often.
It's almost true. Due to the weather you have on the island and the size of the clocks, it's advisable to do maintenance on this clock about once a year. On mechanical clock, we usually do twice a year. But since the old clock is in the museum, perfect temperature, no dust, once a year is enough.
Oh, what do you mean the old clock is in the museum?
The old town clock, which is a hoard clock from last century, we took it in a trailer one day and 7 months later brought it back and put it up at the museum. It's running.
You mean here at the Whaling Museum?
Yes.
Oh, so that's the, okay.
That's
but
the original
where do we find that clock? Is it inside somewhere?
It's in the stairwell.
Oh, yeah, okay. That's the same one. Yes.
So you're thinking clock, but it's the works. You're not going to
Right.
see like a clock like that. You're going to see the working.
You're going to
old
see
clock
a
works.
dial
At the
on
museum.
the top of the
At the museum.
stairs at the museum.
Yeah.
We installed a glass dial to see the dial motion works in the back, so people can really visualize the way it works.
That's good.
And it's still with the weight and pendulum.
So, it sounds like a kind of a prestigious job you have. I mean, how many guys are left that can actually work on that kind of mechanisms anymore?
Not too many.
What happens when you pass away? And I mean, are there people out there learning this craft?
My son is going to take over in a few years when I stop,
Okay.
and you'll be the 4th generation.
Really? Wow. Now you're French?
Yes.
From France? From France, or yes?
originally.
And is your company still going strong in France, or is it
No,
just an American
we're doing, well, we're doing America and the rest of the world. In Europe, you have about one clockmaker per town.
Oh, yeah, that's
so we
right.
don't go there.
I see. Okay. So how's business? How's business,
Business
in the
is
U.S.?
good.
Yeah.
This
still?
year has been very strong with Saudi Arabia, Dubai, China, Chile.
Why is that?
Because these people in China, we did the tallest grandfather clock in the world. It's about 18 foot tall, and it's totally weight driven by a water wheel.
You did it?
Yes.
Cool.
And you'll be able to see that we're redoing our website because we had not downloaded pictures for a while. But when James asked them, why did you have us do the clock for you? And the Chinese man there said, because we wanted a very good quality. So it took us over a year to make it, but it's pretty good.
By the way, did you see that movie that Martin Scorsese made about
did
the
you-
kid that lived in the clock in Paris?
Hugo.
Hugo.
Charlie's thing?
I love that movie.
These guys have 4 12-foot dials.
Yeah, he
They
emailed it
went
yesterday.
to Bahrain last year.
How big are those? You can't really tell by
12
scale.
feet in diameter. So we did them in half
Okay,
to be able
that's
to
fine.
put in
I
the
just-
container.
I haven't
see.
looked
Oh
at
my
it yet, so I
gosh,
just wanna
look
make
at
sure
that.
that it got added.
And where do you build these?
In our works in St. Louis,
In St. Louis, yeah.
in Baldwin,
Well, how long are you sticking around for?
leaving tomorrow morning.
Okay. Well, thank you for being here and fixing our clocks.
You're welcome.
Nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you too.